All right, so I had this video all ready to go, and as soon as I cut the camera off, we saw three snakes and a big brown bear. So I'm gonna have to voice over this one. But we are near Hot Springs, Montana, in western Montana, and we found a beautiful campsite with a lot of wildlife right down on the lake, and it's free. Man, I can't believe I did not get that bear and those snakes on camera. See, I gotta remember, always keep the camera handy. But I'll show you, I'll point over in the direction where we saw the bear in just a minute. And also the campers that are about 100 yards away from us, they came down and said they saw the brown bear too. It was right before sunset and it was licking their barbecue grill. But here's the spot. We plan on being here about a week unless the snakes and the bear gets us first. But yeah, I mean, those snakes, they're just water snakes. They're living down here in the rocks that are right along the side of the water. I stood up on one of these big rocks here and I was rocking it. And I talked to Kevin and I was told him, I was just joking. I said, I bet there's a snake under this rock and I'm going to run it out. Sure enough, it ran out from under the rock and into the water. And then he was down here later just cooling his feet off in the lake and a snake ran by his ankle. So, and then later we were sitting up by the van and he got up to go to his van to get something and he almost stepped on another one. So they're all over the place here. The biggest one I saw was about probably 15 inches long, but it was skinny like a pencil. And it was kind of greenish gray, had some tiny little black spots on it. And they're under these rocks here. So right here behind the van, about 50 yards back, is where we saw the brown bear. At this point, I was just getting camp set up, pulling out the chair and the table. I was going to put the pop-up tent up for some shade. And I've already got my Starlink out. It's already hooked up. It always points north, so the satellite is in that direction somewhere. Got my little portable panels out, charging up a power station. I'm tracking the sun pretty well. You can tell by the shadow. The sun is going to set in that direction. And this little portable power station usually charges up in just a couple of hours. I try not to let it go below 50% charged. But right back in this direction here, that's where we saw the bear. Bella alerted us to the bear. She was pacing back and forth and making this whimpering sound. And Kevin said, she smells something. Something's out here. There's a cave right there on the edge of the mountain. And we saw the bear right there at the foot of the mountain, just staring right at us. And we turned around to get our cameras. When we came back, he was gone. Now, I saw it when it was on all fours. Kevin said he saw it stand up, and he said it was a big boy. I was thinking it was probably about 600 or 700 pounds, but he was scared of us. He ran off, when we got excited and turned to run to get the camera. It startled him, so he ran off. So he wasn't aggressive. It's a pretty place here, but I decided to park the van up far as I can here because if we got a lot of rain, it would probably make this area really muddy again. So I wanted to stay out of that. But I bet this place is completely impassable in the winter and the spring when the snow is melting. But this is a nice place. Maybe we can avoid the snakes and enjoy our time here. That's the entry road right there. There are some other campers up that road about 100 yards away. So this is the snake habitat over here. They lay up under these rocks because the sun heats the rocks up, and then they lay either on or under the rock to get warm. But it's not going to keep me from coming down here to the lake and checking out the water. It's clear. It's not very cold. It's probably warm enough to take a quick bath in if the snakes don't wrap around my ankles first. Beautiful place. And the lake is probably about a half a mile wide from the bank I'm standing on to the other bank. There's our shot of Barrett. We always got to get a shot of Barrett in there. Bella's over there chilling, laying in the sun. So far, they haven't seen the snake, so I bet they would freak out if they saw them. Another reason I decided to go back and voice over this video is you could see the wind really picked up during the making of the video, and when I went back and watched it, there was just so much wind noise in the microphone. couldn't deal with it. So I thought this would be the better way to do it. The temperatures when I made the video was about 75 degrees, but we do have some hotter days coming. But I think with the wind that's blowing here, it should still be pretty pleasant, even if it gets up in the mid 90s the way it's supposed to get by looking at the forecast. Oh, and the last thing, there was no trash here at this campsite when we arrived. So far, Idaho and Montana has been pretty sweet. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.